Hello and welcome back to the channel. This is Harpp and today with me I have Starblim, who is the manager of Cherry Grove Cherubies. Thank you very much for joining me, Starblim.
Well, hi, no problem.
And today, as this is a manager interview, Starblim will be answering some questions regarding MPL5 and will be giving us some valuable insight on how team tournaments work and what they need to be a very good manager and to just handle teams overall. So, Starblim, the first question which I have for you is, this season the draft was kind of weird. So, what was the plan going into the draft? Not just your draft in particular, just overall draft, but what was the plan?
No, I mean, I will admit our draft is pretty fucking weird. So
Mhm.
it's just we didn't really have a plan.
Okay.
We had like a few people that we really wanted, and we thought we could build around those people. So like Jiff, WinCon, and Vid really liked what he saw in Ninja Dog. So when he tried out for Asia, anyway.
I personally thought that since it is Vid, I've seen him as a very systematic user. I thought he may have come up with some plan at least.
And what?
I said, as far as what I've seen as Vid as a very systematic and planned user. So I expected Vid to have some sort of plan for the draft. I didn't actually expect that you guys didn't have any plan.
So me and Vid
Hmm.
didn't really care to plan much because, like, one, we are a bit new to Mono to finally get a chance in him. So like people like Doug's up those people
Hmm.
who like we think are like good players but haven't really had a chance to prove themselves in a lot of.
Yes.
So if with the proper team support that we thought we could get from WinCon, Jeff, and Vid or Airfield would probably be good enough for like them playing, I guess. If that makes any sense, I don't really know.
I get the idea that you all can provide enough team support to players who do not have much experience now. I get that idea. And did you get someone you really wanted, or did you miss out on someone you really wanted? Is there any player you wish your team had?
Omega.
Omega. And why is that?
Well, because Mega is the best player ever, and I love Omega, so there's not a bad reason to have him on your team.
Yeah. And this was your opinion for your team draft. What is your opinion on the overall draft? As you know, the draft was
The overall
top heavy, and as more of half of the teams made questionable choices early on.
Sorry, what? Can you repeat that?
Yeah, sure. I said, what are your opinions on overall draft? As you know, the draft was top heavy, as more than half of the teams made questionable choices.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, opinion on the overall draft. When we first drafted everybody, I felt pretty excited because I felt like I had a lot of faith in a lot of people's play. Like, I know WinCon's really good.
Hmm.
I know Zugu, despite some of his issues, really solid player.
Yes.
I think Brisk, Doug's, and like Ninja could all be like really solid, like new faces into Mono, so I wasn't really worried there either. And then you like filled out the draft with like people who are good, like Coconut, but I'm not full. He's also never had experience in Mono either, so I think the issue, if I had to say something with our draft,
Hmm.
would be like not focusing enough on Sun and Moon,
Hmm.
because we basically left that in the hands of WinCon for the most part.
Yeah.
And yeah, top heavy. There was like, I think maybe I'd say 4 fully reputable players on our team when it comes to like had really good standings in most tours, like Jeff, Arafine, WinCon, and Vid to a point. So, and the others just were, I guess, unproven, you could say, but if that answers your question.
Yes, it definitely does. I understand what was your point. And what is the overall team chemistry since this is week 4 now?
So the team chemistry.
It's week 5.
I guess you could say it's a lot of prep. Just a lot of talk about prep and not much else. Because I mean, besides like I think WinCon and Lexio, I'm not sure how well everybody like melds together. So not a whole bunch of like chemistry, but there's like good discussion between I think most players who are playing for the week and getting stuff done for at least every spot filled.
So that's a good sign. That's good. And as a manager, this is a personal question to you. What is your approach to building a positive team environment?
I'm sorry?
As a manager, what is your approach to building a positive team environment? Suppose if there are 2 players on your team who don't like each other, then as a manager, what do you do to create a positive team environment?
Well, I don't think there's anyone specifically on our team that doesn't like each other. But the thing is, I guess let's try to find a middle ground if someone's arguing.
Yeah, that's the best actually, so that the other person does not think that you're taking sides. That's
right.
Yeah.
Sorry if I have like a little bit loudness in the background, but
No problem at all. I can hear you very clearly. And there has been power rankings.
yes.
Yeah. So what is your feeling of other teams? Who's most likely to make playoffs, according to you?
Yeah, I think we got 7 overall.
Yeah, 7. If you see the ranking by Kevin, who calls it official rankings, you guys are 7th. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think Jiff got underrated by a lot for BW, but that's okay. WinCon has proved himself a lot from being 5th to probably 1st for Sun and Moon, besides Clearly. Overall, though, I don't fully disagree with our whole power ranking because we did draft a lot of people who aren't fully experienced in tour play, so... Does that answer the question, or...?
Yes, and which team do you think is most likely to make playoffs? Most likely.
Goldenrod Gengars?
Yeah, that's obvious.
Is that even a question?
Yeah, apart from Goldenrod Gengars.
Goldenrod Gengar. I don't know, maybe Chaya and Zap's team?
Chaitanya and Zap's team is Goldenrod Gengars.
Well, see, there you go.
Yeah.
Goldenrod Gengar.
They dominated this tournament actually.
Yeah, I don't know. Besides Goldenrod, I'm really not fully sure who's like the second right now.
If you see the standings, if we go by the if we go by the standings, Goldenrod Gengars is actually at 2nd place.
That's bullshit.
Yes.
That's a lie.
And Team Miniors is at 1st.
Oh.
Yeah, that's surprising, isn't it?
Oh. Well, I mean, I guess you can get Miniors 2nd place, then woo. But Goldenrod Gengars, you know.
People did not expect Miniors Sun and Moon Core to work, but they did well so far.
I mean, I think, okay, remind me who's Team Miniors?
Miniors is
Palio. South African Paleo?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're getting support both ways from Paleo. And Sabap, I don't know what the fuck he's doing, but like, probably giving good energy at least. And then they like picked up Attribute who can like fill in places too for Sun and Moon, so.
Yeah,
with the amount of people they drafted for tour players, I think they're probably solid, so.
And we talked about strongest team now. In your opinion, which is the weakest team?
Oh shit. Cinnabar Charizards?
Okay, I'll take that.
Sorry, what?
I said I'll take that, don't worry. So
I mean, I don't want to shit on their face and shit, but like, they're kind of weak, so I don't know.
Why do you think that? It's always...
Well, I mean, their draft is a little bit wonky. I mean, you could say probably Cherubies are a bit weak, but like, I think they just had a cut under us a little bit.
Hmm.
Though I think they've been performing at least decently, right?
But
So
we
just by
still need
draft, I
5
don't think you
points.
can always tell everything, I guess.
Yeah. And let's talk about actual standings and records. Your team has
Okay.
tied. Your team has tied twice and lost once. What do you think of the
Yeah.
team's performance so far?
Well, it's unfortunate, I guess, but to be fair, I think we've faced off with some of the stronger teams the first half of the season, so I'm not fully disappointed in the ties
Hmm.
or the losses. So I'm not fully shocked that we aren't doing amazing right now, but I think in the second half we're going to pick up a lot, so I'm not really fully worried.
That's fair, because for the first half you all faced Orange Groves and Gengars, and now it is Meteors for week 5.
Yeah, I think those are probably like the objective strongest teams,
Hmm.
so
And has any other team overperformed related to prior expectations in your eyes?
underperformed or overperformed?
Overperformed. We'll also talk about underperform.
Well, I think I've seen Charizard's pull out a few good victories, I think, right? Or am I like misplacing them for someone else? Because I think I could be, but
Mm. Charizard is at 5th rank. They are doing okay-ish.
yeah, I mean, from them, me thinking they're probably the worst draft for them to at least do decent, like that's something, I guess.
And underperform?
Huh. Well, shit, I don't know. That's a hard question. Like, I don't think there's anyone who I would say is overly underperforming. So
What did you? What is your feeling of the team search skits by DCM and Heavens?
you mean Dissemin Havens
Yeah,
team?
yeah,
Well, I mean, I'm fucking shocked that Ian's 0-4, but
yeah. Even I'm shocked actually. I've never seen him go 0-4.
yeah, I don't think anyone has. He's not a bad player at all, so like that's a bit like not.
Hmm. I mean, it's monotype after all. You know how it works.
Right. I mean, and Dissem's 3-1 right now.
Yeah.
So like that's like what I expect Ian to be at, and Dissem to be 0-4. So I don't know.
But the team is at rank lowest rank 7th. They have
They're 7th right now.
yeah. They have 3 losses and 1 win.
So I'm guessing Cherubies are tied for 6th or tied with 7th, right?
Yeah, tied.
Okay. Lit. I have not been following standings. That's my bad. But like other than that, I've just been following what we've been doing every week
That's more
to try
important.
to win.
Actually.
But yeah.
Yeah. Looking to the future, you know Generation 8 is around the corner. There are many changes in store for Generation 8. What do you make of them? Have you been following the leaks? And
I've been
whatnot?
following the leagues, but I'm not excited about any of the leagues.
And
So I'm
why?
probably not going to play Gen 8 as much.
Do you not like the new bad mechanic which they have? What they call it?
Absolutely not.
Dynamics.
What the fuck? I'm a bit triggered how terrible Gen 8 is looking.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know whose idea was it to make a fucking cake Pokemon, but like, I guess good on you.
All creamy. All creamy. It's a fun. It's
El Creamy, yeah.
All creamy. Bad.
That's pretty suspicious.
Then there's also Gigantamax, which is similar to Mega Evolution, where the Pokemon changes its form.
I mean, they're just like copying every other gen right now and just throwing what they think will work out. It's like, oh yeah, a dessert Pokemon. We already did Slurpuff. Let's make a cake.
It's kind of a
we already have
reboot.
turtles, so let's make a turtle Pokemon.
Mm.
We have a fucking Mareep, so let's make a sheep. Like,
Wooloo. Yeah. It's similar to Generation 5 and
I mean,
Generation
at least
1.
Wooloo's adorable, but like, what are these lazy ass designs? I'm triggered.
What is the name of that Pokemon? Steel Dragon, the new.
Oh, the Steel Dragon, the thing that I thought was a fucking ice type.
Yeah. Such a bad design.
That thing's gonna be broken as shit, and I'm not excited for it. Oh god. Well, I'm excited for it just so to see how disgustingly stupid it is, but
Its
I'm not
design is
excited
too
for it
plain,
because I
man.
know it's going to be broken.
It has such a plain design for a steel
It,
dragon
it's
type.
yeah, it's I don't know. The designs this gen have not been my favorite. Like outside of Wooloo and that like bird, I like the bird a lot, but like
Uh,
I think it's just a Celestial Storm copy, so I'm not really so
it's
excited
more like
unless it's offensive as fuck.
that bird is more like a mix of Honchcrove and Skarmory.
Yeah, no, it looked. I thought it was going to be a dark flying Pokemon.
It is a dark
Jokes on
flying.
me.
It is no, it's steel flying.
No, it's Steel
It's
Flying.
steel flying.
Yeah, from what I remember, it was Steel Flying, which I don't understand how the fuck that would be Steel Flying.
Mm.
Like, what black metal shit is that? But
Game Freak logic. What we can do.
I'm sorry,
So
what?
I said it's Game Freak logic. What we can do.
Oh,
And Starblim, you have been part of the community for so long. I've been seeing you since ORAS when I started playing Mons competitively. Any changes which
I've
you'd
been
like to
here since
see?
fucking
And
X and Y. Why am I still playing Pokemon? I don't know, but just happens, I guess.
it's because
Oh,
maybe it's because of the community, which
oh, the community that likes me so much.
we actually like the
I don't know. I've
community,
been a
and
part
that
of the
is why we
community
keep
for a really
coming
long
back.
time, I guess. I've been. I don't know. The community like changes rapidly. Like new faces appear like almost daily anymore. So I'm never sure. Like I think the community is evolving past a lot of people, including myself. Because like I don't. To be honest, I had no fucking clue who Phaeton was before the tour, really, except a little bit.
Mm.
So. And there's some other people, like, when I did MPL last year, like, I didn't know who the fuck Obi was, but I also didn't stray out of Mono at that time, so.
Yeah, I agree with you.
So,
Too many new faces nowadays.
not too many. I think it's good to have new faces in new, like, blood, so we have, like, better players in pool and stuff, but
Mm.
when old players don't sign up, I don't know who to fucking pick. So.
Mm. And since you have been part of the community for so long, any changes which you'd like to see in future iterations of Monotype team tournaments?
Absolutely, add DPP.
RDPP.
Yeah, no, that's literally a fun gen. I think it's a little bit underdeveloped at the moment. Just I think if it gets any exposure in like a smaller tour than MPL or etc., I think it could get more tour play, more like identity of the meta and etc. So it could be like more valid to put into other like team tours like MPL or MWP or something of that line.
Yeah, it will be interesting for sure. I've not played DPP much, but I've seen some games and it is interesting. Very different mechanics.
Well, I mean, explosion being 500 base power is just
Fine.
stupid, but like great
500
move.
base power is so much.
Yeah, no, just have a whole team full of explosion mons and then you're perfect.
And since you talked about DPP, let's also talk about ORAS. You know what we are going to talk about. What are your thoughts on Mega Medicham? Should it finally get the ban hammer?
Oh, just ban Mega Medicham, please. Like, I would love to see that ban.
Hmm.
I don't think anyone in ORAS likes Mega Medicham who's playing it right now, so I just think it's like a toxic mon that just breaks too much shit and there's not enough counterplay defensively, or if any counterplay defensively. I don't think the whole wall breaker argument is even an argument when even most wall breakers have a switch in.
Hmm.
Like, you could do the most broken max defense wall in the meta and you still wouldn't be able to like wall it because it has the coverage it needs to break basically anything anyway.
The only thing I think that can stop Mega Medicham is Dowblade.
I'm sorry, what?
I said the only thing that can safely switch into Mega Medicham, I think, is Dowblade. Apart from that, even Slowbro gets
Yeah.
2-hit knocked out by Thunder Punch.
The thing is, though, even with Doublade, I don't think Doublade is like Doublade
Yeah.
is even good on steel. You just have to use it because of Mega Medicham.
Hmm.
It's a bit
Yeah.
centralizing in that aspect.
Yeah,
Is
it's
if Mega
centralizing.
Medicham,
Yes.
you wouldn't have to worry about using Doublade, which is just a shit mon.
So do you think with Mega Medicham gone, there will be more type varieties for ORAS? to see in tournaments?
What?
I said,
What did you say, sorry?
yeah, I'll come again. Do you think with Mega Medicham gone, there will be more type varieties to see in tournaments for ORAS?
I'm not fully sure. I just think Medicham's a bit stupid in the meta, so like I don't think it should stay in the meta. So I'm not fully sure how it will impact core play, except like switching up a few mons here and there. But I'm not sure what will exactly rise from it being banned, if that makes any more sense.
I agree with you, and many people are of the same opinion that Mega Medicham should be banned. It is over centralizing at this point, to be honest.
Right.
Every team needs to prepare for it in some way or the other, or just lose to it.
Yeah, no, it's a really stupid mon. Like, no matter what type, you can name something that just needs to be there, or you automatically lose the meta channel. So.
And since MPL5 is such a competitive tournament for Monotype, what message do you have for other teams and players?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that? I'm a little bit of static on your side there.
No problem, I'll repeat it again. Since MPL is such a high level competitive tournament, what message do you have for other teams and players?
So other teams, I guess, just play good games. I don't know. Like, just prep, do your all, test out your ideas on the, in tour games. Like, I don't think there's a lot I could say to people who are already really good as players. Just try your best for your managers and do your best, I guess. But I mean, for like newer players who want to get into MPL, just practice, test versus really good players, use your resources well, and then just, use your resources. That stuff. Yeah, woo.
What are your thoughts on the growing competition in Mono?
The what?
Growing competition in Monotype? What are your thoughts on that?
I don't know if there's growing competition considering this year's pool, but I think there might be decreasing competition. Maybe just for MPL there's decreasing competition right now, but...
Okay, so do you think there is a lack of motivation right now?
I mean, maybe, because considering it's the end of the gen soon, so...
Yeah, fair. And which is the best battle you've seen so far in this MPL?
What did you say?
Which is the best battle you have seen so far in MPL?
That's a hard question. I mean, for my bias, I really love older gens, so anything ORAS and BW.
Name
I
one
really
game,
always...
we'll watch it. I have the replays thread open here.
I'm sorry, what?
You can pinpoint a game, I can play it because I have the replay thread open here on my tab.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's the best game, but this was a game I was definitely looking forward to. Was Jiff versus Free Roamer. That was a really, I was really looking forward to that game. So seeing those two play, two of, in my opinion, the best players in BW, was really entertaining to watch at least. In terms of best game, that's a bit harder for me. I don't think the best games probably has happened yet. Okay. This week I think Cherubies have a really interesting, really good lineup of good games in old gens specifically. So I'm really looking forward to Vid's game this week a lot. Same because Vid v Attribute I think will be a very interesting game in ORAS. I think Jiff's game this week will be very interesting.
I like matches.
And yeah, so fully that I've seen though, I'm not sure yet because I haven't watched every single game of MPL yet. I've been mainly watching what my team's been doing, to be honest, except when it comes to prepping and etc. So, I don't know yet, fully.
It's okay.
Sorry.
No problem at all. You don't have to. Sorry, you wonderfully answered questions and you are super chill actually. I really enjoyed asking questions to you. It
was fun.
Yeah. And we are towards the end of the video. I have not... I tried to make the video not too long so many people can watch it because In the past, I did interviews for around 1 hour, and there are many
Yeah,
people.
no, I saw. I was kind of worried. It's like, how long is this going to be?
And there are many people who cannot watch our long videos for obvious reasons.
Right.
So do you have to say anything before I finish this off?
I don't think so. Should I say something?
It's fine. I wish you all the best for your team, and I hope they make playoffs, and I hope we all have a very fun tournament.
Well, you guys too, I guess.
Fun and healthy, healthy competitively tournament.
Right.
So thank you very much, Starblim, for joining me here today and helping me answer. I mean, you answered these questions. I prepared questions.
Yeah, right.
So thank you very much for answering the questions and joining me.
Yeah, no problem. And thanks for having me.
And if you like such content, be sure to subscribe to the channel and take care. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.